Nerd Academy podcast is released weekly at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, available on our website at www.thenerdacademypodcast.com and wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find the Nerd Academy podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also help support the show by going to patreon.com/The Nerd Academy podcast, where every donation allows us to bring you more exciting content every week.
Hi. We missed you guys last week. Welcome back to the Nerd Academy podcast, your source for nerddom news and commentary. I am your host, Jared Bachman-Stubbs, your web headmaster, the superior one that is, and we are here to quote the incomparable Scotty J. Rowe to talk some Tealer. And joining me, as always, is your resident Green Lantern, Professor Travis Grossman. Ooh, that one was good.
It almost slipped out of my hand while I did it.
Wow, that would have sucked. What you sipping on, bud?
Oh, more that spark.
I have been drinking. Did I tell you about the Wild Bill soda? Have we had this conversation yet?
Possibly.
So you know that giant like stage cart booth at Steel City Con that has the soda?
Yeah.
That I like so much. I found their website. And it turns out you can order that stuff in cans. And I have been making my way through the Black Cherry, which is my favorite to get on draft at the convention. Oh. So goddamn good. It's so goddamn good. Sponsor us, please. But yeah, we're here. We're going to be talking all the trailers from the big game. Last week there wasn't enough news, so we're gonna try to do a topic episode. We're gonna try to do the most anticipated.
That's why it was. I didn't sleep 2 days in a row through our record time.
We never got to record them, as Travis told on himself. I wasn't going to, but
I have no issues. I had to play supervisor for a week because my actual supervisor was out on COVID leave, so. That was fun.
Nice.
Did you get drunk on Power? Me for that. No, they don't pay me to get drunk on Power. They pay me to not give a shit. So,
attaboy. But yeah. So I was like, oh well, we missed this week, but like I'm sure next week we'll pick up for news. And then I realized that it was the big game, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna get like a trailer or two. And we got 3. We're not going to talk about. I would
say it's 3. Like 2, and then it's like 1, and then a half and a half.
Okay. What's the half and a half?
I feel like Moon Knight wasn't like it was just another clip reel, And these two just showed us like a scene of Black Adam and a scene of Aquaman, and then we've seen everything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I guess we got 1.5 for Doctor Strange. So,
yeah. You attribute what constitutes a half a trailer in your mind. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, we have the big game coming up. We'd be able to do some trailer talk. And I'm very excited to because we got some cool ass stuff. But before we jump into all of that, a quick word from our sponsors, the lovely folks at SundaysBloodymary.com. You guys know spicy Caesar mix. That is my jam. That is my go-to. That is my favorite. They have the mild mix. If the spicy isn't for you, a mild mix as well. A subscription box where you can get 2 jars of your favorite mix at a reduced cost every month. Rim salt, pickled garnishes in there, okra, dilly beans, and asparagus merch and more. So go check out SundaysBloodymary.com/shop. Use code TNAP at checkout, and you'll help out your favorite nerds while you do it. Travis, how did you enjoy the big game as a fellow sports ball fan?
I watched the first 10 minutes of the game, and then the last 10 minutes of the game. because it was the final 2 minutes as we all clocked out to leave. So we all just stood in the break room and watched Cincinnati literally hand the game to the I was the Bengals, but that is Cincinnati. Like they just said, "Hey, we don't want this. Here, you can have it, Rams." Actually, it was impressive. It was. I also caught the Moon Knight trailer as it happened because I was in the first bit of the game, and not the Doctor Strange trailer, but the TV spot. We played the fun game because I work with some Marvel fans, and they ran up to me, the Doctor Strange trailer. Have you seen the Doctor Strange trailer? I'm like, I caught the tail end of it with. You guys have all seen the stuff with Zombie Wanda, and then we watched the trailer, and Zombie Wanda is not in the trailer, but she's in the TV spot. So
yeah, that's weird because I started seeing that there's like a difference in the footage that's shown. That shot, which we can speculate on it, of the other individual that I believe to be Tom Cruise's Tony Stark.
Maybe I need to rewatch the TV spot. Isn't it in the TV spot or the trailer?
TV spot is when I know I saw it.
Okay, I need to rewatch that then.
Is the TV spot out as its own thing as well?
I found it, but it wasn't like an actual official released thing. It was just like it was someone filming a screen,
Yeah, naturally. One sec here. Well, I think I found it. Well, okay. Well, let's just jump into it. I'm going to be screen sharing a lot for this episode. Also, shout out new subscriber, Jacob Walsh. Thanks, bud. Hope you enjoy the show, be it shit show or otherwise. Yeah, let me pull up here. No audio because we are afraid of the copyright gods. So there will be a lot of me pointing with my cursor here.
Yeah, this is what.
Also, I'm glad that. Hold on. So we talked about this December 31st of last year, where there was a toy leak that had, quote, Defender Strange on it. And I was very excited because I love this costume for Strange. And I was hoping this was going to be an end of the movie thing. And I was really, really hoping that it wouldn't be a variant. But it does look like this is going to be a Doctor Strange variant after all. But okay, so the TV spot also had definitely Charles Xavier. Because I was at work during I had just gotten to work. So this is who I think is our Iron Man here. I'm going to slow this shit down.
Double speed. I see. Okay.
Hold up. Can you hear anything on your end, Travis, out of curiosity?
No, I can. No, I can't. Okay. No, you're safe. But yeah, no, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Mitch in the Comic Book Cast Facebook group found not that you could really get a high quality image off of that, but like one that was high enough quality that you could zoom in and very clearly see like facial hair. And Mitch is positing that it might be the Superior Iron Man outfit, where it's like the silver and he kind of has like the band across his forehead and the mask is open and then it kind of like drops down, fills up over his head. Which again, if you're going with like a maybe not so scrupulous version of Tony, that would be kind of the way to go, is to use Superior Iron Man. I think there's both of them zombies.
Both of them, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, it's just straight up Zombie Wanda and Zombie Strange.
Cool. All right. So Okay, I'm really upset I didn't get to see the TV spot.
I caught the tail end of that and thought it was the trailer, and then people were like, "The trailer's out," and I'm like, "Yeah, I saw it." And then I watched the trailer, and I'm like, "This is not at all what I saw."
That was actually a really good TV spot. Normally, those trailers for a trailer are dookie. But all right, so let's pull up the Multiverse of Madness trailer itself. I just kind of let it ride in screen share while we talk. I'm gonna turn it down so I can actually hear my own thoughts. So this absolutely gave us way more and somehow made it more confusing as to what's going on, which in my opinion is the best kind of trailer. You can already see Sam Raimi's influence on this movie. Like, this feels very Raimi already, and this is good. I like seeing these more director-driven Marvel flicks. There it is right there. I like that we're getting a consistent art style, because one of my big fears, and one of the things that's been slightly bugging me, is that each one of these cool, fun, something multiverse, the rules have felt inconsistent. You know, you had the WandaVision stuff that felt very, I don't know, that was very like, everything is magic and here's the chaos magic and how that works. And it was like, I don't know. Like, there was that didn't really broach onto the multiversal impact of Wanda's actions. There's Loki, which introduces, the concept of the TVA and all of that stuff. And then you get No Way Home, where like everything's colliding into each other, which could be consistent with Loki, but like there's no real acknowledgement of any like clear set of rules. So just the fact that we're seeing a similar degradation of reality, where like the stuff is just kind of like turning into a mist and flowing away, that is consistent with what we see in What If, is something that I already consider a win.
Yeah, and I think Disney is getting a lot more comfortable now with overlapping animated with live action and shared universes, right? Like we've seen it now with Star Wars a bunch.
Oh yeah.
It is funny tracking like when something works in one of their franchises and then they immediately port it to the other.
Yep.
We made live action Ahsoka and Cad Bane work, and now they're like, all right, it's time. We're doing the What If, but it's gonna be canon. And it's just neat to see.
It is neat to see. So yeah, I thought that was really, really neat. I'm very happy for that. I'm gonna let the trailer keep going. We're still getting like the wedding of Christine Palmer. I was right. I was right, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna do my first victory lap of Multiverse of Madness because I have no other predictions at this point in time, at least any of note.
I lost you for a second because my earbud disconnected.
Oh, you're good. No, I said I'm going to do a little victory lap here. I was right. Whenever we got our first trailer, this orchard rather, that Wanda is hanging out in. Also, very slight upgrade for Strange's costume. Hold on. There's some different texturing going on with the top part of the tunic, it looks like, and I like that. I might be wrong. That may just be like the brightest shot we've ever seen of Steven.
It might actually be, to be honest.
Yeah, it might just be that I'm seeing more light cast onto his costume than before. But that little orchard area that Wanda is hanging out in, I'm waiting here. We are going to circle back to this. Don't you worry. Patrick Stewart's mysterious voice. Dinos. Call back to House of M right there. Slowly catapulting towards that. There's what I think is Iron Man. Mitch as well. When the first trailer came out, I said that orchard is absolutely an illusion. And that it was not real. Strange is still wearing his scarf. He's still wearing the same outfit. Her whole like normal dress clothes fell away. She's in full Scarlet Witch outfit, and it looks like they're back at the orchard where the trees are now dying. So that's an interesting thing to look out for. I don't know if Wanda's going to be the big bad of this story, but man, she could turn evil here. We could be on the precipice of that happening. So yeah, Travis, your thoughts on the trailer before we get to the what looks to be the Illuminati here.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one that thinks that. Because I kind of made the connection in real time at work, because that was people were like, Patrick Stewart was in the Doctor Strange trailer, and I'm like, oh, well, I didn't catch that, which led me to watching the real trailer, and then I was like, I didn't watch the trailer. I saw the TV spot. So I watched that, and then we were talking about all the potential cameos, and then I'm like, he's absolutely talking to the Illuminati, like in real time, like shout, like, oh my god! And I was like, what? I'm like, he's talking to the Illuminati. Like, we're getting an Iron Man. We have Xavier now. We might get
Defender Strange is probably a part of that.
Yeah, some form of a Mr. Fantastic, right? It doesn't have to be the MCU version.
Ooh, that would go hard if they actually did have Reed, like a Reed.
Yeah, because like you don't have. It's perfect. You don't have to commit to anything. In the same way that like you can do the Tom Cruise bit with Iron Man as not just a, isn't this a fun cameo, but
yeah,
but he's a substantial character because he's a member of the Illuminati. So yeah, I think that'd be cool. I'm not gonna say I'm like any more excited because I was already very excited for this movie.
Yeah,
you know, it's just like seeing it all, confirming it's gonna be probably the coolest looking MCU movie we've ever had.
Yeah. Another fun thing here, the Ultron bots. So we might actually have a good guy version of Ultron, or this could just be, because we have a superior Iron Man, he was able to do a version of Ultron that didn't go crazy. If this is what the Ultron bots look like, they also look very reminiscent of the superior Iron Man armor. So that could also be hearkening to the fact that that's a version of Tony that Tom Cruise is playing, which I am super into. I want to know. Oh no! Oh god!
Oh god! Oh Jesus!
I want to know who this person is who looks like they have a sword on their back. Oh, okay. Well, that was for naught. Oh, good god! Here, I'm exiting out of this real quick so I can fix that. So it looks like there's some dude with a sword on his back,
or a staff, or something,
or a staff, something. They got something. Reset. Hop out. Cool. I hate that they. Okay, these are one of those moments where we're gonna leave screaming. A part of me feels greedy and is like, if you're gonna let me hear Stewart's voice and show his bald ass head, roll towards Doctor Strange, Logan. I would rather like just show me his face. Like there's one of those moments where it's like everybody knows now. Like I don't know, it's cool. They don't give you the full thing, but there's a part of me that's greedy. That's like give me it all. I still maintain that Sinister Strange is not the same as the one we saw in What If.
I think it will be I think it will be. I'm just going to stick to that. Only because now we've seen the zombies as well. That as everything breaks down, we might just see those versions of the characters, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, this is going to be a hell of a movie. It's going to be cool seeing all of the multiverse stuff.
Ooh, I'm listening to you. I'm sorry. I think I just answered my own question.
And that question
Mordo's the one with something on his back.
Oh.
It looks like they're in the same hall with the Illuminati. Strange is wearing the same handcuffs.
Yeah.
Cool. I love doing this. I love so much fun with trailers. Let me get rid of the little Tealer thing. What the hell? Oh yeah, I was going to be having to re-download GIMP because it went crazy on me and I uninstalled it. But yeah, no, this is so wild, dude. I cannot wait for this. I'm upset we haven't gotten to see the full extent of America Chavez's powers yet. May 6th, baby. Can't wait. Oh, no, we're not just going to watch a new Rockstars video on air. I can give away how I understand things. Kidding. Mostly kidding. So yeah, talk a little Strange before we jump into Moon Knight. Yeah, I'm really impressed by this trailer. The thing that I'm very cautiously optimistic for is the fact that there's a Lovecraftian horror element to all of this, with all the reality hopping and all of that stuff. I am not sure. It doesn't seem like, again, Marvel hasn't done it yet, and I should be giving them the benefit of the doubt a little bit more, but I am still slightly mentally preparing for when we eventually get a Member Berry Pie project. And Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and the way that it's doing, Tom Cruise's Tony Stark and Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier, and the rumors that abound that John Krasinski is in this movie somehow, either as a Cap or as a Reed Richards. That it's not so much Member Berry, but its own hey, Reddit, we see you, type thing. And part of me is kind of peeved and kind of I don't necessarily need all that. But again, it's one of those, I think they can do it, and if they do it well, I'm going to be super happy with it. I have my own nerves about it, that I think it could very well just slip into being, a lesser version of what it could be. People talk all the time, noted filmmaker who doesn't make the same movie every couple years, Roland Emmerich. That you get the criticism, oh, they're all the same, they all do this, they all do that. And I think it's really disingenuous, and I don't think it's true, especially of the MCU. And I would be really upset if the MCU kind of retroactively proved any of those criticisms right. The really disingenuous, it's just the same movie thing. And I would be really disappointed if it just turned into a 2-hour long nostalgia bait that basically takes you through oh, hey, look at you. You like the MCU so much, that Tom Cruise was almost Iron Man. Look at you, you little smart boy. And look, Tom Cruise is Iron Man now. Brought to you by Collider. And all of that stuff. That I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's I'm preparing myself for something that isn't fully fulfilling. I'm preparing myself for a nostalgia burger and not a movie salad. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I think you're just hungry. Have you eaten breakfast yet?
No, I've not.
Okay, me neither. So
I had a big ass spoon of peanut butter. I washed that shit down with some buttermilk, and then I came right out here.
I've had 2 of these and an entire Gatorade.
And I just finished my Wild Bill. I need to start drinking Gatorade again more because I'm having days where I wake up and have like 8 Charlie horses before I get out of bed. I think I need more electrolytes.
It felt like I had all the water drained out of my body when I woke up.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those, you wake up and you're like, I could drink the ocean.
Oh my God, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that Marvel plans too far ahead and plans too in-depthly to fall victim to a Rise of Skywalker situation, basically.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like that's what you're worried about, less so than just because, like, remember Barry Pie? We were, Spider-Man could have been that, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
But now, the written by Reddit fear looms over like every big project, which is a valid fear. I think that between Feige just having general competence in his job, right?
Yeah.
We're getting these directors that love the projects they're working on. Sam Raimi's done superhero movies before, and now he gets to do one that's a horror movie. Like, it's a no-brainer. And
yeah.
You're right that, like, casting Tom Cruise in that role is hey guys, you've read the fun fact on Facebook before about this. and it lights up that synapse in your brain. But and again, it's all about their approach. The same thing with Spider-Man, where they didn't construct the movie for Doctor Strange and then go, how can we, now that we have this frame, we're going to stuff in as much stuff as we can. It was, it was baked in with it. So they were like, we want to use these fun ideas of other versions of characters. How do we put that directly into the narrative and make it important? And I think for the most part, that's what we're going to get. I think a lot of the cameos they added in during the reshoots are going to be like stuff they left room for, if that makes sense. Like, it's not going to be so much like spoon feeding it to you as, hey, we managed to get a contract with this person, and this person. We thought it'd be fun. Which is why it's not in the marketing, right?
Yeah.
And it's not in the rumor mill where people aren't like going crazy. Like, we're going nuts over Tom Cruise, and now we know about Patrick Stewart. But it's because we know they're going to be a mainstay in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. In the same way that they were comfortable putting Doc Ock and Green Goblin in the trailer for Spider-Man, because like they got to the point of, well, people know
it's impossible to market your superhero movie without showing us the baddie.
And they're in the plot. They don't just show up.
Yeah.
They are actual characters in the movie. So to put them in the marketing isn't giving away the hit of they're here and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the fact we saw Patrick Stewart tells me that he's going to be, saw Patrick Stewart. They're going to be actual characters in the movie. I think that's going to be cool.
He's just going to roll into the room and go, Logan, and then leave and go, Logan. Sorry. I love that movie, and I love the way he says Wolverine's name. Moon Knight TV spot. Man, I just got to call it here. Oh, man, Khonshu is horrifying. Like, they were really committing to Khonshu being terrifying. I love that we're like seemingly really, really doubling down on like the default here being him, the Steven persona, and not Mark. Because like we get a little bit of the one lady calling him Mark in the end of the first trailer we got. God, this suit looks so good. So good. I think it's interesting. I think it might be curious to see if he starts with the Steven persona, and by the end of the show, he's like back to going by Mark Spector.
Mm-hmm. I think that's probably what they'll do.
I would like that a lot, just because that's like the default for Moon Knight. We also saw. I'm assuming you saw some stills that were in Empire magazine this week. One of which showing us the Mr. Knight outfit of him in his 3-piece suit. Which, man, this show is going to be crazy. Like they are really committing to doing a Moon Knight show, and not just kind of doing like, oh, Moon Knight, the hooded vigilante stuff. Which could have been an easy cop out. They could have not made this show as weird as it's going to be. So yeah, Travis, I was very excited to see you on TV last night.
Oh, thank you. It was a big deal being in the Super Bowl. I take great pride in it. So, with both of these trailers, there's a brief discussion. One, we have this running bit of work now. Over under the Nicolas Cage shows up as Ghost Rider in Doctor Strange.
I'm going to go 2-1 that he doesn't.
Okay. And what do you think is going to be the tie-in factor between Moon Knight and Doctor Strange? Because it's lined up, the penultimate episode's the week the movie comes out. Something in Moon Knight's going to tie in the Doctor Strange. I don't
know.
It has to.
I don't know. Like, it's the only time we've really seen that happen was just Spider-Man and Hawkeye so far.
And Star Wars.
Well,
that was not. You cannot tell me the Force healing was a coincidence. There's not a chance in hell, man.
I don't know if it was a coincidence or not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not convinced that there will be a Moon Knight Doctor Strange connection.
It's not that it'll be a connection. I think there will be something in that episode of Moon Knight.
There's a connective tissue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, here's this thing. This thing, not that it'll be like plot relevant, but like these two things are related that you saw in a scene here and something in Doctor Strange. Whether it be a character shows up, a reference to the mystical arts in some facet, right? He is in London, so
like I said, maybe there's some type of like the mystic arts are brought up or something like that. There's also the fact that like all of the MCU projects that are coming out this year got that big like delay.
Yeah.
Where everything got pushed back a slot. Where I also don't think that this and Moon Knight were meant to like coincide that much. Like Doctor Strange would have come out before Moon Knight started. Like, what's the release date for Moon Knight?
March 4th. It's out. I think it's. Oh my god! It's
March 30th.
Oh my god! Yeah, I skipped an entire month in my brain. April didn't exist for a minute, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, this comes out March 30th. It'll probably be wrapped up before Strange comes out, depending on if it's a 6 or 8 episode run.
I looked. Assuming it's 6. I assume they're all 6. Unless they do a WandaVision, they spread it out more, which they could do. There's more mystery in this one, I think. If it's 6 episodes, the penultimate episode airs the week Doctor Strange comes out. I get it. You're a vehicle going down my street. You don't have to make that much noise. But episode 5, regardless of how many there are, comes out the week Doctor Strange comes out. And to me, that is too much of a coincidence, considering episode 5 of Hawkeye did the same thing. And I think it was 7 of Mando came out the week of Rise of Skywalker. That feels too, feels too planned.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm not holding my breath. I hope there is a connection. I hope there is a crumb. I hope there is something, because I think it would be cool. But I don't know that we will get it. So yeah, that's the Moon Knight one. I'm gonna get this last trailer pulled up here. One last trailer, one last tealer. Hold on. Yeah.
Trailer.
There we go. This one intrigued me, and I'm looking forward to talking about some stuff in it. First of all, one of the dumbest takes I have seen in my life. I get the take, I get it, but it's very much one of those, and I don't mean this in a gatekeepy way, where it's like you're like someone whose entire perception of Batman is based entirely around movies type thing. And that's not a problem until you start trying to tell people what Batman is in terms of non-movie material in a very condescending, I know this character better than you type way. And they were like, I hate this trailer. They're framing Batman as a hope-inducing character. And it's like, he gets to the point where he is. That's the whole point of his arc is to go from what we will be seeing in this movie to how the music and shot is framing him as purely heroic, as a symbol of hope,
This also isn't a Batman trailer.
Yeah,
it's a DC hero showcase. Dude, if this was the Batman trailer, there'd be some credence to this shot feels out of place for the tone of this movie. I'd get that. Guys, there's 4 movies on display in this. Right? I don't know why I'm being high.
Well, no, you go, because it seemed like you were about to very authoritatively speak to camera.
But that was the point. Just they're showing off 4 movies. Right?
Yeah.
And the whole point is, look at these granted, in these movies, one of them is Year 2 Batman, which is dark and broody. One of them is Woman Choker Ezra Miller's Flash. One of them is anti-hero Black Adam. And then we have Aquaman. So hey, we're 1.5 for 4 ain't bad, I guess.
Don't forget, Aquaman has the black cloud that is Amber Heard lurking over it.
But she's not in the cut. Is she? Wait, is she in the one throne room scene? I can't remember.
I don't know. We'll find out together. But yeah, no, the people getting angry about Batman even being remotely hopeful. I hope this shot is at the end of the movie, by the way.
Please play Arkham Knight. Please play Arkham Knight, and every single time a cop goes, oh, thank God, it's Batman. Right?
Also, I'm just happy to see The Rock talk as Black Adam.
Yeah. It's weird. This is the first we're actually seeing of him, besides that one little clip we got in Fandom. Not completely unrelated. I tried The Rock's energy drink yesterday because we sell it at Walmart now.
What is The Rock's energy drink?
It's called Zoa. It's been available online for a while. We just started carrying it in the store.
Okay.
I tried the only one we had in stock, because it's basically all sold out because it's The Rock. Was the orange flavor, and it was pretty all right. It tasted like a less. Drive? It tasted like Drive and Power. It kept me hungry so I could devour. It was like a less impactful orange juice. It had the flavor without the substantial body of an orange juice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I want to try the other flavors though, so hopefully we get a restock.
Yeah. Oh, I would like to try that.
I can see I can see the entire movie of The Flash. I will never be excited for it. And it has nothing even to do with Ezra Miller. I don't care, man. Like
I'm slowly getting kind of excited for The Flash.
They're not going to do a Flashpoint right. They're not going to do it.
Man. I know. Dude, okay, here's my shit. All right. After the Snyder Cut, I finally got to the point with these movies where I went, you know what? This isn't going to be a direct adaptation or even like a pseudo adaptation the way the MCU does. It's just going to be these characters doing shit. And I accepted that. I accepted that going into the Snyder Cut, that this was a very specific version of these characters, and I enjoyed the Snyder Cut because of it. And I think I'm going to enjoy the Flash movie because I'm going to go, you know what? This is a version of Flashpoint. This is not going to be the definitive version. Like, how do I put this? We have gotten recreations of specific moments in MCU movies. You know, we have gotten the, Civil War panel of Tony blasting Cap's shield at point blank. We've gotten Spider-Man lifting the building off of his shoulders. We've gotten shots that are ripped from panels. We've gotten all that stuff. And they use the names of stories and then they loosely adapt the stories. These last few years of DC flicks have not really attempted to adapt a specific story. They just kind of take these characters, borrow elements of stories. Again, like we've said ad nauseum, BVS is just this like weird, swirl of Dark Knight Returns and the death of Superman, right? I've just kind of accepted that these movies are not trying to like recreate a thing other than the existence of the characters. And they are clearly trying to, in some way, shape, or form, wipe the slate clean with a Flash movie. So go for it. Like I said, I give enough of a damn to want to see the movies.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for Aquaman too, because I liked Aquaman. I'm excited for the Batman, because it's the Batman. It's Batman, it's a Batman movie. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm sure Black Adam will be fun.
Yeah,
I think it's because I know Flashpoint, and it's less so because these other movies aren't being marketed as we're adapting a certain story.
No.
Right. In the same way that like the MCU doesn't with the one exception, I think, of Civil War and maybe Hawkeye, where they're like, they will say like, yeah, we're taking an element from this story, or like we wanted to obviously we wanted to use stuff from this story for this comic panel. I don't think there's ever been an MCU movie, and I'm sure I'm wrong, that has, but in pre-production said, our plan is to adapt this story, like a specific story. Again, with the exception of Civil War.
Yeah, I mean, there are the elements where like you can like pull out like, oh, okay, they're borrowing from like this specific story here, like the way that WandaVision is very clearly a take on House of M.
Right. But in the lead up to WandaVision, Marvel Studios was not slamming, the people working on the show, the people weren't like, this is entirely a House of M adaptation that every fan of the story will love, right? And
yeah, for sure.
DC pitching this Flash movie, and granted, I say this like they've been shoving it down our throats, but the fact that they've said it at all is what gets to me, where they're like, this is a Flashpoint recreation in the same way that like BVS was clearly pitched as a Dark Knight Returns adaptation. Right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't excite me. And maybe because I know it won't be what I want from a Flashpoint. But also, like, I don't like Ezra Miller's Flash. So that just compounds with it, too. And it has not, and again, it doesn't even have anything to do with Ezra Miller as a person. It's entirely just, I don't like his Flash. Or their Flash, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You beat yourself to it before I could.
Yeah, I don't like their Flash in Justice League at all. And so, for that to lead a movie just doesn't excite me.
I understand that. I again, and I'm going to be honest, I don't give a shit about Ezra Miller's Flash at this point. I'm in it for Batman. Like I am going full the type of fan that we have made fun of, that Comic Book Cast makes fun of, where it's like, I don't give a damn, give me my Batman. You know, like I'm here for Affleck's swan song. I'm here to see Michael Keaton. I enjoy the Flashpoint storyline, so some interpolation of it I will just enjoy seeing as a baseline thing. You know, like it's one of these like, oh, this is neat. Like the only movie in this lineup that I am frothing at the mouth for is The Batman. For reasons we've discussed at length. I will say, however, I am becoming very much more and more by the day, the more we see of Black Adam, excited for Black Adam. And I think you will know the reasons why.
That shot of Aquaman on the throne.
Yeah.
That got me more excited than I thought it would. And I'm not a huge Aquaman fan, but it just looks so...
I was very happy to see it.
2000s just like animated Justice League.
Yeah.
Right? That I was just like, no, okay, I'm sold. You got me. Cut off his hand, give him a hook. We're good.
Ezra Miller when they see a woman's exposed neck. I don't know how I feel about the new suit. The one shot we saw at the beginning of the trailer reel looks good. But here, this like almost football, basketball, leather hide. I don't know. I think the Flash is just a character who's going to be damned to having shitty costumes in live action.
I think I was about to say that. I don't think, because of the way live action suits have like tended towards, you know, I just don't think you can make a good Flash suit.
I think you can. I think it just requires trying to shake loose all of the worst tendencies of live action superhero suits. I think you have to commit to the idea that you don't pad him out with like fake muscle and that you don't try to do a tactical thing. Just give him a red onesie.
But I think they're afraid that'll look dumb, and it will, you know? So it's just one of those.
The suit might grow on me. I like I said, I go back and forth between shots as to whether or not I like it or not.
I think the Flash might be the single hardest. Whoa, I missed that.
Oh, did you not see these?
Apparently, I only watched 30 seconds of this. Hi, Hawkman. How are you? Those are wings.
Looks good, doesn't it? Gets better.
Oh my, that was a helmet. Oh my.
Hold on.
The doctor is in.
Doesn't he look great?
Oh my god. All right, yeah, I'm excited for Black Adam. I'm excited for Black Adam. Oh my god.
He looks damn good. Twister looks good too. Atom Smasher. Yeah, this shit looks fire.
Oh my god. Who cares? Get away from me. Oh my god, dude.
See, but this is what I mean. This looks great. This is great.
I'll give you that.
We need to do a better cowl. We need to figure out a way to just make the Flash's cowl.
I think the issue is that, like, you can't. I think with the Flash, you hit this paradox of a suit that looks good in standing scenes and also in effects, like in CG effects, right?
Yeah.
That he can move in. He, the character.
Barry Allen.
Yes. I don't like Ezra Miller, but I refuse to get their pronouns wrong. Except for that one time. I will not lose that battle. But because it's the same way that, like, Doctor Strange's suit is. I saw a TikTok once that was like, every good Marvel suit is actually a vest.
Oh yeah,
like it's a vest that hides so they can move their shoulders and stuff, which is genius. And it's the same way, like, they built Pattinson's bat suit to be functional in that he would be able to move around in it on set.
Yeah,
which meant he'd be able to fight in it. Right? That just makes sense.
Exactly.
You can't do a Flash suit that looks good standing, but especially because in motion it has to be CG'd a lot of the time because of the super speed. So
yep,
having those two components on top of the fact that if you don't pad it out, then if the actor isn't in shape, everyone's going to be upset for no real reason. But, like, if they have, then you're up to unrealistic body standards, and keeping them in a singlet the entire time, or a onesie, whatever the proper word is. And you can't armor it up because it's the Flash. Why would he be wearing armor? That's dumb.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the proper rotation of you can't check all the right boxes, and so it's never going to look quite right.
That's fair. Are you in? I don't know why this is funny to me, but they have, like, the Batman rating and then Black Adam, the Flash, Aquaman, and the Lost Kingdom. This one's not yet rated.
I wonder what the ratings will be.
Yeah, me too. So the only other trailer that we got that isn't kind of in our purview was the trailer for Nope. And hey, that couldn't come at a more auspicious time. We are doing Jordan Peele month on TNAP Movie Club. Hopefully Get Out will come out probably next week. We'll probably record it this week. It'll be out next week. As we're going to shoot for. But yeah, I love this. I love what we got. I loved everything we got to see. Yeah, Travis, thoughts on the DC reel?
So again, somehow, because I remember the last shot with the flashes. So maybe, like, I must have gotten distracted by something while I watched it.
Yeah,
this morning, and just missed the meat of that with the Black Adam stuff. Because now I'm really excited for Black Adam. Young Justice made me a Dr. Fate fan. Seeing a good live action Hawkman is just really cool.
Isn't it?
Like, they actually did it. And granted, like, you have to make this movie a seller because The Rock's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't make a superhero action movie with The Rock and have it be a flop. If you're DC, that's just, you can't do that.
You look bad at your job.
Yeah. So it's actually really exciting. I'm very excited for Black Adam now. Obviously the Batman is the Batman. We get the Batman in 2 weeks.
Oh man. I'm so excited, dude. I can't believe it's almost here. Damn near 3 hours of Batman. Oh.
Yeah. And the only thing that can make me more excited for Aquaman is if he gets his hook hand from the Justice League animated series.
I would love that. I thought he was going to get it in the first movie when he was fighting Black Manta, and Black Manta shot him in the arm with his heat vision, and I was like, oh my goodness, they are doing this in the first movie? Holy shit. And they didn't. One last thing before we bring everything into the station here. Only real big piece of news that we missed last week. Dakota Johnson of 50 Shades of Grey fame and other movies, but 50 Shades is the one that everybody knows, is going to be playing Madam Web. A lot of people are upset because they are basically giving a role to a blind old woman to a very young, not blind lady. However, there is a second version of Madam Web that most people aren't super familiar with, and it looks like that's the version they're going with, so that they can use Johnson. So hopefully we see OG Madam Web at some point. I would like that a lot. Travi, anything else, bud?
They're still making a Madam Web movie.
Yeah. Oh, and Russell Crowe joined Kraven the Hunter.
Sony, it's okay. You can stop. Sony, you got your win. You did it. You did it. You hit the home run. You don't have to keep swinging the bat over and over again.
Yeah, just a couple quickies right here. Russell Crowe joins Kraven the Hunter. We got a really shitty Morbius poster in terms of like news stuff because they're all just quickies. And the Marvel Defenders stuff is leaving Netflix on the 1st. So might be making its way to Hulu or Disney Plus Hotstar or Star Access or whatever the hell the grown-up Disney Plus is that we don't have in the US. So yeah, that's all we got, I think. So Travis, where can the lovely people find you, good sir?
They can find me at Travis Political on Twitter and Instagram. Jared?
Yes, they can. Yep.
Where?
At first I thought you said it and I thought it cut out and I almost started saying it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leap of faith this shit with Travis. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at DarkJedi2552, and you can find the Nerd Academy podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts, and on our website, www.nerdacademypodcast.com, where if you're feeling generous, you can donate to our Patreon page.
Give me $1.
Speaking of our patrons, thank you to our $10 alumnus. Hold on, I gotta get the drop ready. Nick Johnson, your friendly neighborhood otorhinolaryngologist, and Delta 9, and the Waffle Wizard. Quick programming note for the week, and making a couple announcements here, actually. First of all, we, depending on Spencer's schedule, this week are doing the Versus tournament. Assuming nothing goes wrong on Spencer's side schedule-wise, it's happening Thursday night around 8:30. We're going to do it live like we promised. There hasn't been a whole lot of submissions for brackets, and by that I mean any. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to say deadline for bracket submission is going to be 12 noon on Thursday. That gives me time to parse through them at work. So we're in the 0 hour. If you want merch, you'll get free merch. So go for it. I encourage everybody to do so. The week after, however, that Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing our Book of Boba Fett season review episode. It's going to be live, as you probably deduced by me telling you when we'll be recording it. And we will have special guests, Alex and Molly Damon of Star Wars Explained, to talk Book of Boba Fett with us. So we're very excited for that. Like I said, TNAP Movie Club is back on and popping. What I'm going to try to do is record the audio commentary and the review for us this week. It will be up for patrons this week, or $10 patrons this week. And then next week, it'll be out for the general public. We're still trying to kind of get our feet wet again with Movie Club and trying to work that into our schedule. So yeah, keep your eyes out for all of that. And yeah, so that's all I got. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for watching, listening, however you watch the show, and class dismissed.